Hey YouTube, it's your Josephine Love back with another video. Welcome back, welcome back. How you doing, my busy bees? Staying busy, I hope. Keeping a sexy child. We try to always. And today, we are mixing and making our own custom foundation. So you're gonna need a few things. It's also gonna be kind of like a BB cream, not necessarily a foundation because your base foundations, I can't see the ingredients on my foundation, so I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, oh, this is a water soluble and this one is glycerin. I can't tell you that. All I know is what works for me, and I can tell you if it help you out work for yourself. So I have a small color wheel here that I've put together. Oop. Of course, she's got to be watery. So that one, the real dark chocolate one, is the darkest mixing medium foundation I have from Fresh, and it's quite watery. Then I have this one, which is a beauty blender foundation, and I found it on sale, guys and girls. I found it on sale last year around Christmas time for $10. So got this in a shade way out of my range for this purpose only. They were marked at $10, and I think I got them for $5 each because I got them $10 total. This one that is it's still very light, but it's also much more orange than gold, and I'm a yellow tone, so it's not really yellow, it's really orange. And then I could show you that one, what that looks like. And the last but not least is from LA Colors, and it is a perfect mixing medium, moist, not moist, I want to say, not the word moist, but it's more bounce, I guess, to it. I don't know. It's whipped. It's a whipped foundation. It's the Radiant from LA Color, long lasting. So all you'll need is one of these little containers, which you can find at the Dollar Tree. You get 3 of them in a pack, and it comes with a lid. That's why I'm suggesting this. And then it comes with the cap. That way it keeps it fresher longer in your mixing bowl. And we're just going to use what we have on hand. So where's my brush? This is my brush. And I'm also going to be mixing in some sunblock, 50, and some Pond's face moisturizer. So I like to put my moisturizers in first, that way I don't have to come back to it. We're just going to put a squirt in there. We're going to put less moisturizer than foundation, than sunblock, a little bit more sunblock than foundation, just because I want it to be like a BB cream, so a little bit more sunblock than the lotion. Then we're going to go with we're going darkest. The reason I'm going darkest to lightest is because it's easier to add than it is to take away. So I'm going to give this good shake. It's in a glass container. I found it at Ulta for like $3 sometime last year, and it was like total, idea bubble come out, said mix your own, all this foundation, which y'all don't know, I have this whole bag of foundation gifted to me, even given to me from Influencer and from my mom, and my mom is the same shade as my daughter and the bug. In fact, she is a warm tone or cool tone of this shade. So it doesn't quite work for them. So they gave it to me. They're like, we know you know what to do with it. Well, this is what I do with it. So I'm going to give one good pump of the dark, and that is the darkest. We're going to give 2 pumps of the LA Color because I love the consistency of it. And then we're going to add in 2 of each Beauty Blender one. Just 2 full pumps. I got to make sure I keep them together because your girl can't see the label. I just seen that they had colors on the boxes. And we're 2 pumps of that. And then we're just going to mixy right in the dish. Make sure it's nice and blended. So that means you got to really get up in there because that dark color kind of sunk to the bottom, and whatever's on the sides, you want to get all that scrape it all down because you don't want to waste it. And we're not making a lot, as you see. We're just making enough for maybe a week or even a month, depending on if I'm going to add more BB cream or not. And the way I test is I test it with a swatch on the face. And looks like, because I know my part, it literally is my skin tone but better. It's just that. So don't be afraid, you guys. If you have old foundation, I want you to know that you can save it, give it some life by using your winter, your summer shade, a little sunblock, and a little bit of face moisturizer. Now, it does look a little darker than the side, and that is totally fine. If I needed to go back in and lighten it up a little bit more, I would use the brightest color, like I said, to scrape that little bit off. You don't need to add more than that. Give it a whisk or two. Scrape down the container. Scrape down your brush. And see, I want to get close enough so you guys can see the matching and transformation. Because I don't want to waste any of it. So I want to put it all on. Check the other cheek. The other cheek is very matte because I've set my foundation. And that's also a big factor too. If you're using a translucent powder, you don't have to worry about that part. But because I'm using a foundation powder that is my skin tone, it works out pretty well. So now I have that on. I'm going to blend it out a little bit more because it does seem like it's just sitting there. Just blend it out with this brush. And then my foundation powder of choice is from CoverGirl. And as you see, it's a very orangey, not orangey, yellow tone. Just get some of that on my stiff brush. And pat that in because I don't want it to oxidize. But I do want it to be able to show you that it's that simple. Y'all know I'm a big powder hoe, so I'm going to be wearing, like, I do my foundation powder last, and I usually put a brightener or a baking setting powder, which is, this one is not the what's in here. This is the one size, what I have left of the one size, and I like to use that to brighten under my eyes. And then drag it down to the bottom so there's no white cast. And bada bing, bada boom. That's it. I showed you guys once before, you know, like, this is my foundation that I made. Like, this little tub was where I started. And now I've upgraded myself to this one. You could make a full, but you don't really have to, you know, because once you use it up, you will have the formula in your head and go from there. I trust you. I believe in you. And I know you can make it work. So thank you all so, so much for spending time with me. You know, I appreciate it. I really, really do. If you're not new here, hey, I'm your girl, Javina, and I love everything about anything and everything in between, and that includes you, makeup, skincare, and more. If you're into that, please join the hive. We would be glad to have you. And if you're not new here, I see you, sis, and I'll see you all in the next one. Oh, before I say bye-bye, I think you want to see, to make sure, so swatches of the foundation that you are using will definitely tell you which is which for the next time around. So yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to let you guys know that. Plus, I'm not going to waste a darn thing. I'm using all of this up. One way or another, it's going on the skin. Okay? And then from there, where's my brush at? Where did my brush go just that quickly? I set it down and it's gone. I'll just use a beauty blender. And that is a mix, boy. That is a mix. It kind of looks a little streaky, but it will work for the rest of the day. All right. Bye.